Hey, so Mahjong may seem like a really complicated game at first, and you'd be right, it is a pretty complicated game. There are lots of rules that you have to remember, and lots of different ways to score points. However, as a beginner, there's only one thing that you need to know in order to win your game and understand what's going on. Today, I'm going to teach you how to play Mahjong and teach you how to win your first game using just one single strategy. Please note, this video is aimed strictly for beginners. I'm going to be using as little jargon as possible, and I'm going to be recommending things that may not be the best option if you're a more experienced player. Okay, to get us started, where do we even play Mahjong? And so one of the easiest ways to do it is to go on your web browser on a computer and just type in mahjongsoul.game.yo-star.com. It's going to be linked in the description. This will bring you to the Mahjong Soul client, and you can play it on your web browser. And so you can just press login and create an account, or you can log in with either Google, Facebook, or Twitter. There's a slight difference between the web version and the app version, which I'll show you later. Another way to play is to get some sort of Android emulator onto your computer. So I use BlueStacks, also linked in the description. Once you install this Android emulator, you'll be able to install it like you normally would on an Android device. So you go to the Play Store here, log into the Play Store, and just search for Mahjong Soul, and there it is. Because the game is available on Android, of course, you can also just install it onto your phone. I don't have an iOS device, but it seems like Mahjong Soul is also available for iOS. Okay, so the difference between the web version and the downloaded app version is that when you get a huge hand, these are super duper rare hands that score you a lot of points. If you get this on the app version, so either on your phone or if you download it onto the emulator, you'll get the super cool animation that looks something like this. However, if you're playing the web version, it will not have this animation and it will just be pretty boring. That's literally the only difference, so if you like nice animations, then you may want to consider getting the app version. Oh, one more thing. I think it's worth mentioning that what I just told you will get you into the English client, so all the UI and stuff will be in English. The only way you can play in the Japanese version is if you download the Japanese version of the app called Jantama. This used to be available for people outside of Japan. In fact, I've even beat a VTuber on it on her own live stream. However, it seems that Jantama is now no longer available outside of Japan because it's region locked on the Google Play Store. Another thing worth mentioning is if you search for Mahjong Soul on Steam, you will also find it on Steam. However, again, this is a separate server. This is the Chinese server, and all of the stuff here will be in Chinese. The difference between all of these servers are that they are not cross-compatible. So, for example, an EN player cannot play with a JP player and also cannot play with a CN player. Okay, so now that we're in Mahjong Soul, I'm going to show you the one and only thing you need to know to win a game of Mahjong as a beginner. So the first thing you need to know are the differences between all of these types of tiles. So if we take a look at the left here, we have three different types of tiles. On the top row, we have the numbers tiles, or we can simplify this and just call this mon. If you cannot read kanji, then go to preferences and then just turn on the number on the tile set here. The second set of tiles is called balls, and the third set of tiles is called sticks. Each of these three sets range from 1 to 9, and there are 4 of each type of tile during a game. On the right hand side here, we have some special tiles. We have the wind tiles, which go from east, south, west, north in that order. And then we also have the dragon tiles, which are white, green, and red. Again, there are 4 of each of these type of tiles, so 4 east, 4 south, 4 west, etc., etc. Right, so if we look at the bottom here, this is a winning formation. I'm gonna color code them so you can see right here. What this consists of is 4 sets of 3 and then a pair. The sets here can be either a sequence like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, etc., or it can be a triplet, so 3 of the exact same tiles, and it doesn't matter what suite they're in, as long as each set is its own suite. So for example, I can't do like 2 stick, 3 mon, and 4 ball for a sequence, and I also can't do 4 ball, 4 mon, and 4 stick for a triplet. If I wanted 2, 3, 4, I'd have to make sure they're all within the same suite within this set. Same for the triplets, each set must be its own suite. You do not need one of every single type of card. As long as you can get any 4 sets and any pair, you can win. If you have something like 4, 5, 6, 7, this is only one sequence. One of these tiles will be counted as extra, either this one or this one. Important note, you cannot form a sequence out of wind and dragon tiles, so east, south, west is not a sequence. the only thing you can do with Wind and Dragon is make triplets, which means that for beginners, it is much better to throw away the Winds and Dragons, because as you can see here, if I have a 5 ball, for example, what I can do with a 5 ball is make a 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, or 5, 6, 7, or 5, 5, 5. However, with something like an East, the only thing I can do is make East, 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 and nothing else. So when you start a Mahjong round, you're gonna get given 13 tiles. Each round you will draw a tile, and you will also need to discard a tile. So take a look here. Instead of starting with 13, I'm gonna just use these 4 tiles as an example. We have 2 mon and 3 mon, then 5 ball and 8 stick. I'm going to draw a tile, and it's gonna be any random tile, and would you look at that, it's a 4 mon. So what this means is I should keep the 4 mon, because then I have 2, 3, 4, which, look at that, it's a sequence, and then discard either the 5 ball or the 8 sticks. Now, alternatively, had I drawn a 4 ball, now which tile should we discard? The correct answer here would be the 8 sticks. Why? Because having a 2, 3 in mon means that we're almost at a sequence. If a 1 mon came or a 4 mon came, we would have 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. Then we should keep the 4 ball because having 4 and 5 means we can get 3, 4, 5 or 4, 5, 6. However, this 8 stick is doing absolutely nothing, so we should throw this away. Your goal is to turn your 13 tiles into a hand that consists of these 4 sets and the pair. Once you can do that, the button called Reach will appear. When you call Reach, the game will go full auto and you don't have to play anymore. Treat Reach as if you're calling Uno when you're playing Uno, like you're announcing to the entire world, hey, I'm only 1 away from winning, and when you get that last 1 that completes your set, you win the game. Okay, so how do you know what your winning tile is? This hand is a replica of what you were looking at in the background video. It's 13 tiles, so here's 3, 6, 9, 12, and 13. And I've already called Reach, so I'm 1 away from winning. What tile do I need to win here? Well, let's break it down. First, we have 1, 2, 3, then a 4, 5 by itself, 5, 6, 7 over here, 5, 6, 7 again, then the pair these 2 souths. You can see right here, this is an incomplete set, which means that what I need to finish this off is either a 3, 4, 5 to make this a full set, or a 4, 5, 6, meaning 3 or 6 are the tiles that I need to win. Now, alternatively, what if I already have this, but I was missing one of these? Well, then now when you break it down, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 again, but then no pair, which means the tile that I need to win is a south to finalize this pair. And another example, I just took out one of the tiles. Let's see again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 6, 7, and the pair, which means that the thing that's missing here is the 6 ball. The 6 ball is the tile that I need to complete this set. All right, and here's one last trick question. What do I need here to win? Let's break this down. This is not 3, 3, 4. This is just 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, south, south. So I've got 2 pairs. What's going on here? This means that if I get an extra 3 mon, this becomes a 3, 3, 3 triplet, and this becomes my pair. Or if I get a south, then this becomes my south, south, south triplet, and this becomes my pair, which means that either of these tiles are my winning tiles. When you're playing, you're almost guaranteed to run into a button called Chi, Pawn, or Con. If any of these buttons show up, treat them as illegal buttons. Do not press them, because as a beginner, what this means is you basically void your ability to win if you press these buttons. Alright, so there's the explanation of how to win. I'm gonna load into a game now so I can show you a live example. Okay, so here we go. The game is starting. We're just gonna wait for our turn. Pause. So the game just started, and there's a few things I want to know. So first of all, take a look at the center of the board. You can see that the person to the right of me is marked east, which means that he will go first. Then the match will go anti-clockwise, so the person on opposite to me, south, will go next, then west, then me at north. Second, take a look at my hand on the bottom. These are the 13 random tiles that I've been dealt. Let's wait for my turn and let's see what tile I draw, and let's see how we can improve these 13 tiles so that we can get the 4 set and a pair structure. So if you look at my hand, what do I have here? I got a 1, then I got 6, 6, 7, 8. I just got a 2. Then I have a 1 ball here. I got 6, 7 ball here, 5 sticks and 8 sticks. Then I got a south, west, and a white. Now, because I only have 1 south, west, and white, these are worthless to me, so I'm just gonna chuck them out immediately without thinking. Alright, here, the person to my left threw a 6 mon, which gives me the option to chi, pawn, or skip. Again, do not take chi or pawn or avoid your ability to win. Let's just hit skip. I'm gonna chuck this because it's useless. And then whatever comes next, I'm gonna throw the white, unless what comes is an actual white. So it's not a white, I'm gonna chuck this white. Pause. This is fantastic. Can you tell why? It's because I'm one step closer to forming another set. Without this 6 stick that I just drew, I would have just had a 5 stick that's doing nothing by itself. But now that I have a 5-6, it means I'm closer to getting a 4-5-6 or a 5-6-7. The only useless tile now is this one ball that doesn't connect to anything else. So I'm gonna discard the one ball. Hey, and would you look at that, a 3 stick. So not every single tile you get will be useful. Does the 3 stick help us advance towards the 4 set and a pair structure? No, it does not, so let's chuck it. 4 mon. Okay, so this looks like it doesn't really help at first, but it actually does help. Take a look at this 1-2-6 shape over here. The only thing we can get to advance us to a full set is a 3 mon making 1-2-3. However, if we threw the 1 mon away and replaced it with a 4 mon, now you can see that we have 2 available options. We can either get 2-3-4 or 4-5-6, which means we now have more opportunity to form a full set. And so we repeat this process. Get a new tile. Does it help? Yes. Keep. No. Throw. I'm gonna sit forward a little bit until I get the reach button. Right, here we go. So I got the 3 mon that I was looking for, which means that if I press this reach button, I'll be able to throw out one of these 6s, and I'll be waiting for the 4 or the 7 sticks to win. So I'll be able to call reach right now, and from this point onwards, I will not be able to change my hand, and it'll go automatically. So perfect, I got the tsumo, which means that I picked the tile myself. So all I have to do is press the tsumo button, and I win. So I'll pause on the winning screen so you can analyze what's happening here.
Riichi, 一発、ツモ、ピンフ、タンヤオ、ドラ。
Okay, don't worry about any of the score stuff on the bottom here. I just want you to take a look at my winning hand on the top there. Try to break down this hand by yourself to see if you can split it into its 4 sets and pair. See if you can also identify the incomplete set and what tiles I needed to win. Now, you also notice that when I won, I called tsumo. This is because I drew the winning tile myself. If someone discards your winning tile, that's called a ron, which means that should you see the tsumo or ron button appear, you win the game. Congratulations, you are now armed with a 25% chance to win a Mahjong game. However, if you challenge me on our Discord server, I will absolutely wipe the floor with you because I have a 42% win rate. But fret not, I will share all of my secrets in this playlist that you should definitely watch next.